Watch freaks, we're back. And this is a redo. My previous attempt at reviewing this watch was pathetic, so I am reviewing it again tonight. And here we have the Helson Shark Diver 42mm. What can I say? This case, this packet, this tube is quite unusual and really quite special. Let me show you around. It's a plastic tube. Now bear in mind I've had this for about 4 years, so there's a little bit of scuffing on it and fraying, but really nice. So what you'll find inside is this little floppy rubber thing, gasket. Not necessary at all, but they include it in the case you get. Don't know really why. I think it's supposed to be some sort of submarine sort of reminiscent thing. What do you think? I think it's shit, but it's quite nice, and I'll put it aside. Also in here, you will find this little disc of laminated plastic. It's quite nice, look at it. Helson Watch Company. And on the reverse side, it's fraying a bit. Questionable quality. Not great, but this, when I bought it, it hadn't delamed, so, you know, forgive these guys a bit. But you get date of manufacture, date of purchase, serial number 1622 in my case, and the dealer's signature. So that's good. I like it. I hope you're ready for this, because this, what's contained within this tube is a real special fucking freak. You get a foam tube, and I'll take it out for you guys. Here we are, the sausage. The big old sausage. What do you think? What do you think of this? It's freaky as fuck. Let me blow my nose because it's pissing me off. There we go. And for all you who don't know, tonight I'm sporting the OSD. It's that diver on the engineer. It's a bastard on the wrist. The heft is unbelievable, but that's another video. Here we are. So in the case you get this thing, which is the Helson watch tool. Well, this is quite remarkable little tool. You'll see in a moment, but the hex key head applies only to the watch head. The end links are secured with this hex key. But what may you say of the screwed links? Well, I'll tell you what, you fucking morons. A little screwdriver. It's great, and it screws right in. And, you know, this little thing spins. I don't know really why it does that. Anyway, I'm wasting time. So there's your tool that you get, the Helson. It's a great tool. Very good quality. And a little case, well, quite nice. Also contained within this sausage, you're going to find this, which is really fucking wonderful. It's a Cuda rubber strap. It's been re-engraved by Helson, but this is a Cuda strap. I think it even says it somewhere on this. I don't know how to get it off. There we are. Let's have a look. What do you think? It is isoframe style. At a fraction of the price. These freaks are trading on their name and charging stupid money for what is essentially just a piece of plastic. Double keeper. I think a metal keeper would have been nicer, but and this is a pain because when you try to fit this, yeah, well, you probably know already, but it's a bastard to fit the end of your strap into this, let me tell you. But Cuda is great, and this is a great strap. Unfortunately, I fucked mine up with my drunk attempt to hammer in Seiko spring bars, fat ones, and now she has been rendered completely fucked and obsolete. But I'll find a way to get that fixed. And here's what you all want to see. I'll put the sausage away and show you the timepiece. This is, forgive the reflections, it's very difficult, the Helson Shark Diver 42. Where do we begin with this fucking behemoth? This freak. It's a true bastard on the wrist. With mammoth testes. A tool watch, rugged and beyond compare. Let me refer to my notes, because I know everybody wants to hear the specs. Let me take off this even more mammoth OSD 300 Pro. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing my watch on my right hand, I'm not mentally sick or physically ill. I'm left-handed. And there's only a few in the population who will feel my pain, but you don't want to put expensive watches on your good hand. That's why right-handed people wear them on the left, because you will scratch them and destroy them. Right, here we go. Specs on this watch are .42. This is the 42mm version of this diver, which comes in 38, 40, 42 and 45mm. So Helson really are giving you everything you could ever want. My just over 7-inch wrist fits this perfectly. Ladies, I would suggest the 38. 40, I don't know. If you like small watches, men, that's fine. 42, for most of us, will suffice. The 45, be warned, because even as a 42, the lug-to-lug on this watch is 51.5mm, which is massive. I don't have my escapes to hand, but I think that's about 48. It's the same diameter, but believe me, it swallows the wrist in a way that you may not have ever encountered with any other watch. But look at it. It's so rugged, handsome. Look at the crown guards. Massive. This case is razor sharp, so be warned. There's no corners cut here. It's sharp as fuck. It'll literally cut your skin. 42mm case. With a 22mm lug width. 14.5mm in height. So quite large. There's a ding there, you can see it. And there's the helium escape valve, which is going to be a necessity for all you divers who are frequently diving at depths up to 500 meters. Some people question the water resistance of these Helson watches. They're not ISO certified. They say it's 500 meters. Is it? I don't know. Who's gonna fucking check? Do you take it in the bath, to the swimming pool, or just wash it in the sink? I think that includes most of us. This watch is a massive fucking freak. Look at the thickness of the bracelet. Screwed, solid links. Solid end links. Fixed by the hex key. I believe the newer versions have a screwed end link. 258 grams. I mean, it's fucking heavy, you bastards. I mean, this bastard is a fucking retard. It's a mammoth, and its testes hang low. Only bested by the OSD. Put her away because she is a keeper. The sapphire crystal that comes with this watch has an internal AR coating, 3mm thick, flat. The lume on this watch is unbelievable. You really will not believe it. I mean, if you've had a Seiko, you'll know how good Lume Bright is. And this is Super Luminova, some kind of Swiss shit. All you Swiss ball bags, lick my toss, because this fucking freak is a retard. Let's have a lume shot. It outshines everything. It will literally light the ceiling in your bedroom at night. This OSD has great lume, as you can see. But for fuck's sake, have you ever seen anything like this? I certainly haven't. And I can tell you for a fact, you put this on the nightstand at 9:30 p.m, you can still read it at 5 o'clock in the morning. I've got a lot of watches. I haven't got any that can do that. Let's get back to the light. So I hope you've been impressed by that. So it's totally utilitarian. I mean, look at it. It's really a fucking monster of a watch. I've given you the specs. I've described the case, the bracelet, the strap, the buckle I have not described. This is the Helson, and forgive the scratches, I've had this watch a few years. It is a great strap. Double deployant, no fold over. Milled with some edging which is really nice, a nice touch. The diver's extension ratchets with these triangulated niblets. Fucking great. Bit wet, I've just cleaned it, sorry. So when on the wrist, she can be very quickly adjusted, which anyone who's ever been warm can attest. Of course, it's described and recommended for wetsuits, but you know who fucking wears them? Not me. Not me. Fully engraved crown. You're really getting a lot for your money with this watch from this Hong Kong Chinese micro brand. Date wheel between 4 and 5. Quite unusual, but perfect. The grey dial is lovely. You can get this in so many different styles. White, black, grey. You can buy bronze, brass, steel, even titanium. The prices will vary. Even movements are optional with this freak. Mine has, and I'll show you the case back, a Miyota 9015. Look at the beautiful sharks swimming with a diver there. Just to drill it home what this watch means. 500 meters sapphire. Mine is, what is it? What is this little bastard? This little fucking bastard. Number 1622 of this production run. So look at that lovely screw down case back. It's really, really pretty. But if you're a fucking snob, you can buy this with an ETA 2824-2 standard movement. Not the chronometer, not the superlative, not the regulated one, just the basic one, but you know, fuck that. The 9015 citizen based Miyota is exceptional with its 24 joules running at 28,800 beats per hour or 4 hertz. See, she ticks slightly faster than your average Seiko. Fantastic. A 42-hour power reserve, but it's more than that. It's probably about 44 in reality. This movement that I have here is unidirectional and clockwise winding. Introduced in 2009 by Citizen, who claim -10 to +30 seconds per day. This example here is running at +4 per day. And it is a bit of a lottery. It's an unregulated movement, and so I can't say that yours will be, or anyone else's. But mine does. In reality, and I've been on the forums and looked extensively at the myriad of watches that contain this movement, and people say, in general, it'll run, on average, between -4 and +10 per day. Which is fucking great! But I, to be honest, would say it's similar to sort of a Seiko 6R15. You're gonna get about +3 to +10, in my experience anyway. It's a bit podlock. But you guys will know that. The bezel is, as you've seen already, is fully loomed, which is, and the lume is fucking amazing. Very snappy, clicky, with virtually no backplay whatsoever. This is a great, great bezel. Perfectly lined up. Are you listening, you Japanese bastards? Are you listening to this? Why can't you do this? So, you can get this with the NH35 movement from Seiko in brass, or the Old Man Time movement, ETA 2824-2. But to me, buy it with a fucking Miyota. That's what I'm saying. This watch is the only watch I know of that Helson make that isn't a direct homage to some other kind of fucking watch. It does piss me off somewhat because they make these fantastic pieces, but they love to copy other people. I've not really seen a watch that this is copying. If you know, please leave a comment. So what do you guys think? Two glorious pieces. Both impeccable timekeepers. Feudal lords in the world of time. H-link bracelet. Extremely reliable. These links do not unfurl. I haven't tightened them up in 4 years. Let that be known. God bless you all. Stay freaky.